Welcome back. As we promised, we are going to cover and to analyze the most recent victory of our handball team. Our handball national team is participating in the World Cup taking place in Sweden and Poland, and they started with a victory against Croatia. It ended 31-22. This was on the 13th of January, meaning 2 days ago, and today there's going to be another North African encounter against Morocco to shed more light on the competition and on the latest matches of our national team with the participants, with the coaches, with everything. We are very much delighted to have with us via phone Mr. Mohamed Adel, our sports analyst. A very good morning to you, Mr. Adel.
Good morning.
Sir, first, congratulations, of course. When it comes to Egypt's handball, we are always achieving a lot. And 2 days ago, it was, as I said, another victory, and it was against Croatia. It ended 31-22, meaning that we are topping Group G with the goal differences. And we hope that we are going to continue with the same streak. But let me first, before going into more details, take your panoramic view regarding the performance of our national team.
Well, of course, we should congratulate our team for that great victory versus Croatia, because if we are talking about our group teams, we're with Croatia, Morocco, and the United States of America. And I believe that Croatia is the most difficult and hard opponent that we will face in the group stage. So as the performance was marvelous, and with that great development by the players, as there are many changes happened in the Egyptian national team of handball, as the great superstar Ahmed has retired from the international playing, but we saw many other stars like Mohamed Ramadan, who did a great job with Croatia. Mohamed Hashim and the great goalkeeper Karim Indawi, or Katonga, as they call him. The Egyptian national team did a great performance versus Croatia. I believe if we continue with that performance, we'll go apart of the mega stars of the competition like Denmark and France. I believe the way and the road to the semi-final will be a little bit easy, inshallah.
I'm really happy you mentioned Ahmed Al-Ahmar, because Ahmed Al-Ahmar is a legend when it comes to handball, and I think that this is the first time the national team is playing without him. He is, of course, he is missed. And we missed also the important Yahya Khalid due to injury, and we wish him a speedy recovery. But also you mentioned Mohsen Ramadan. For me, he is a surprise. He is such a star, and he scored 7 goals out of 7 shots, meaning it's a 100 percentage. Also Ahmed Khairi, the Egyptian player who was in his rehabilitation period, already arrived in Sweden yesterday to join our national team, meaning that there is another addition. Today it's going to be against Morocco. Of course, one of the very first things to be taken into consideration is full respect to the opponent, if you agree with me on that.
Yes, 100%. I do agree with you. But I believe that the next 2 games versus Morocco and the United States of America will be a little bit easier than the game versus Croatia. I believe Barrondo will use all the available players to participate versus Morocco and versus the United States of America, so as to be ready for the knockouts. The Egyptian team throughout the last 2 years did many achievements, like being the 7th in the World Cup, which was held in Egypt 2021, and we all remember what happened versus Denmark in the quarterfinal when we lost the game by the penalty shootouts. Then we get the silver medal in the Mediterranean competition in Oran, in Algeria.
Despite
also
our
in the
wonderful
Olympic
performance,
Games.
I don't want to remember this Mikael Janssen and what he has done. And it doesn't seem that he is really confessing what age should do. Just in his very first encounter, he scored 10 goals in this competition. Of course, good luck to him, but good luck, more luck to our national team. If you permit me, I was speaking about Morocco and I was speaking about our group because many analysts said that we are in a relatively easy group against, with all my respect, of course, with Croatia, the United States, and Morocco. Do you agree with that, or there is no easy group?
No, I believe the difference in the performance between Egypt and the only three teams, with all my respect, is visible. We can realize it. Yes, it's an easy group for Egypt because the performance of Egypt is there is a great difference between the Egyptian performance and the other three teams. We should take the group stage a step forward to be ready to the knockouts.
Mm-hmm.
It's an easy, yes, yes. Of course, it's an easy group as we did the same performance versus Morocco versus the United States of America. It will be one of the easiest groups ever we had throughout the World Cup tournaments Egypt have participated in.
Yeah, but it was said in many occasions by Barondo, the Spanish coach of our national team, that we are looking at the competition or looking at every match as if it is the competition in itself or if it is an early final. So as I said, also giving the full respect to the opponent is one of the most important elements of success or of victories. Also against Croatia, after the match in the press conference, the national coach of Croatia said we were not able to achieve a remontada or to come back in front of Egypt because of their resilience, their skills and their performance. How do you see these comments from the coach of the Croatian team?
It shows the great performance of the Egyptian national team with Barando throughout the past years and this year. It shows that there is a big gap between the Egyptian national team and the Croatian team of handball. When these press, in the press conference post the game, talking about the Egyptian performance and they cannot come back and make a remontada so as to have a draw result with Egypt, or they can score many goals than Egypt. So it shows that the performance of the Egyptian team is great. And I agree with Barando as he said that he will play every game as it's an early final. Yes. I agree with him 100%. This will be the way to realize the knockouts, to get rid of the quarter-final opponent. Therefore, we'll go to the semi-finals, and inshallah will play on the 29th of January in the final.
Yeah. Also, another element which, if you permit me, should analyze or to shed more light on, Barondo made a formula or a mix between different age categories. I mean, you would find Hassan Walid Addah, Saif Adder, Abdurrahman Humaid, who are in the very early 20s, in the same time mixed with Sanad, Mohamed Mamdouh Hashim, Ali Zain, those professionals who are really doing great, whether in in Nîmes in the French league, like the best right wing Sanad, or in Fisprim in Hungary. I mean, this mix between professionals, between experienced players, in addition to the new injections of those who are coming from the youth or the junior teams. How do you see this mix?
That's the secret of the performance, the great performance of the Egyptian national team. The generations are playing in the Egyptian national team is doing great. Whether the first team or the big and the more experienced players with the youth, and the new generation of the Egyptian players. The generations will be mixed, therefore the performance will be higher and higher as the youth teams and the young players had a great experience in the World Cups, whether under 19 or under 17. We played in the under 19 and we got the third place. On the under 17, we entitled with the championship. So what's happening is the most ideal thing that we should do with the handball.
Yes, amen to that. And I'd like really to mention all the names of our players. I don't want to forget anyone. I mentioned the professionals in addition to Omar Al-Wakil Bakar, in addition, of course, the great Ibrahim Al-Masri, our defender on the circle, Mohsen Ramadan, Ahmed Khairi, who just arrived today. We do have a lot of wonderful names who are really shining in the world of handball. If you permit me to continue with analyzing our performance, when it comes to taking into consideration that every time we are gaining more experience, particularly the youngsters, as you've kindly mentioned, the under 17 and the under 19, who did great and clinched a lot of titles in their age categories. Do you think that we are going to witness this difference or this accumulated experiences, and we are going to find differences in performance between our youngsters who also perform in front of the big names in the last World Cup, which took place here in Egypt, and this World Cup which is taking place in Sweden and Poland?
Yes, and that's the reason behind the great performance of the Egyptian handball throughout the past years and the next years. So the being doing great with the youngsters and the youth players and the experienced players, the players who are playing in the great European leagues, that like the names you did mention before. So I believe that's the most.
If you permit me, I'm sorry for the interruption, Mr. Adel. Let me put my question in other words and give you an example. For example, Hassan Walid Addah was playing against Janssen because they are playing in the very same position, and let us say that last edition of the World Cup was a rehearsal to take him to let Hassan have the courage, the experience. Now he is brave enough or courageous enough or experienced enough to meet such a player. Do you think that we can find such a difference in his performance, even the way he is tackling the ball, the way he is managing how to play against such a legend of handball like the Denmark star, Mikael Janssen?
Well, we are talking about Hassan Walid Addah as an example. Hassan Walid Addah had a great experience while playing with the...
Hello? Hello? Well, it seems that we lost the connection. Well, we were covering the wonderful performance of our national team of handball in the World Cup, which is taking place in Sweden and Poland. We were playing against Croatia. It was 2 days ago, and it ended with 31-22 for the national team. Today, inshallah, exactly 7 p.m. Cairo local time, we are going to play against our brothers from Morocco. It's going to be a North African Arab derby, and we wish the best of luck for our national team. On the 17th of January, meaning in 2 days' time, we are going to play against the United States. This is going to be the matches of this week, the group stages, and we wish the best of luck for our national team. Till the moment we are on top of the Group G, or the 7th group. We're playing in Sweden, by the way. We wish the best of luck for Barondo, the Spanish coach of our national team, along with his men. By the way, the great legend of goalkeeping, Hamed Al-Naqib, is now responsible for coaching our goalkeepers, meaning that all his experience is going to be transferred to our national goalkeepers, Katonga or Karim Hindawi, Humayd, Ali. We do have a bundle or stars in each position, and we wish them the best of luck. Tomorrow is going to be another day, and we wish that we are going to cover more victories of our national team of handball in this very prestigious competition, the World Cup. And by this, we come to the end of this episode of our breakfast show. You were in the company of my dear colleague and friend Amal Mukhtar, myself Nermeen Abdurrahman, and on behalf of my dear colleague and friend, our director Hadia Othman, many thanks for watching. Tomorrow is another day and another crew. Stay tuned only on Nile TV International always for more updates, and for more details, please log on to www.nileinternational.net. Many thanks for watching.